Hero VBCA is pretty much everything that the BCA is, except for it is our virtual backup continuity appliance, and this is a many-to-one protection. So when would you use this product? Well, you'd use this if a customer has more than one server on site or a single Microsoft Windows server. Again, the BCA is only for SPS. That's truly just one-to-one. But if you have someone that has an SPS and a couple other servers, then you go to the HEROware VBCA. It's a virtual backup continuity appliance. Again, all the same type things, entire system being backed up, operating system, system state, apps, data. In this case, we have actually embedded CDP in this product, which allows you to recover deleted, modified, or damaged files from any point in time. So what does that mean to me as an end user? If I had a file, an Excel file, and I was on version 10, I'm going along, everything's great, and all of a sudden I copied over version 10, I made changes, I forgot to rename it version 11, I can go back in and pull up version 10. That file was saved on my server, so I can go back at any time in Microsoft native file format, pull it back, and then drag and drop, put it back on my desktop so I can continue to work on that. So that allows you to recover deleted, modified, or any damaged files from any point in time. Our best practice is to do 10 days, but we can actually scale that. Obviously, this is restricted only by the size of your disk drives, and we can scale real well on our VBCA product line. That actually is a picture of our our 1U product, but we can go up to 3U, protecting up to 20-to-1. So we can protect 20 servers in one of our VBCA appliances. And then failover minutes into Hyper-V for high availability, and then replicate offsite again to the HEROware cloud. So those are our two main product offerings. Here's the meat of today's conversation. Here's the Total Recovery Bundle. We just announced it on November 1st. You're really the first group to hear about it. So let's talk about it in detail. So what do you get for our Total Recovery Bundle? And I'll go through some of the costs afterwards so you can get an idea why this is important. First of all, you get maintenance. So that's full replacement of any hardware or a complete unit if needed. So if you get it, it's DOA. We will ship you a brand new unit regardless of the size of the unit. You'll ship us back the old unit and continue to build it for your customer. Or if there's a component that's broken, we'll certainly ship you that component as well. We'll also offer support to remedy any software-related issue. Both Microsoft and or DoubleTake, we are very high in escalation with both of those organizations, but it's a one-stop shop from your perspective. You call us and we manage all of your hardware and software issues that you may have. That includes the operating system, the core software, bug fixes, software updates, and upgrades. That's all included. So as there are software updates and upgrades, we will include that into your latest maintenance program as long as you continue to stay on our Total Recovery Bundle. We have just launched as well now 7x24x365 phone and email support. So now we are around-the-clock support out of San Clemente. So the good news is you no longer have to worry about the 8x5. We've gone to full round-the-clock support. So that should be, from anyone's perspective that may be outside the California time zone, a really good news. So we're very excited about that. That just happened about 2 weeks ago. Included in this Total Recovery Bundle is the fact that it's local high availability, meaning the bundle includes the appliance and the Total Recovery piece is the cloud component. We'll get through all the specifics, but you get local high availability, which is full replication and full quick recovery of your entire server, as I mentioned to you, but both BCA and VBCA offerings. You're also going to get, included in this, continuous real-time replication, because we're going to precede any server that we bring under contract. So if you have a server that has, or servers that have 200 gig, 500 gig, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte, whatever it is, we will see that by sending you a encrypted drive. Your customer, or if you want to send it directly to your customer, you can do that. They will copy it on its USB drive. They'll copy the data onto that drive and ship it back to us at our data center. We'll pre-seed it in our data center, and then because we're asynchronous technology, we'll be able to go back and do a difference mirror and look at any information that is currently on your production server that is not in our cloud, and then we'll just do that quick replication. Again, we're at the byte level. We're only taking the transactional differences, the deltas, and so therefore it's not, we're not queuing things up in 15-minute snapshots and then slowing down the bandwidth of your network. We're just taking it byte by byte. If there is, for some reason, some compression needed, we have 3 levels of compression. We have bandwidth throttling built into our system, so we do have additional algorithm technology built into our product to make sure that you, being the partner, can adjust the temperament on the network if you have QoS issues or things like that. So you don't have to worry about HEROware, your backup continuity device, being a substantive cause for too much traffic on the network. So don't worry about that. We have that piece covered because our technology is so far superior. We're also including a Cisco VPN Anywhere connection built into this. So we're going to set up an automatic VPN between your server or servers and our cloud recovery service. That's included in this. We'll set it up. We'll organize the VPN with our service and support team, and they'll manage that for you. This is an unlimited retention in our cloud. As long as you're on our Total Disaster Recovery program, it's unlimited retention in the cloud. So as you continue to scale or your customer scales, they have the access to the data at any time. Let's talk about terminal services, running apps out of the cloud. So one of the things that's critical for you to understand is we're using, again, world-class enterprise-level replication technology. And with this gives you the ability to run a terminal services session on your desktop that's pre-configured Win 7 or XP in a Hyper-V session. So that means if you have a true disaster, you can run your client server applications out of the cloud. We will work with you, the partner, to work with your customer. We'll pre-configure a Win 7 or XP desktop in a Hyper-V session in our SAS 70 Tier 3 data center. And when and if, hopefully never, but when and if they have a disaster, we will be able to, within 4 hours, and probably sooner, but that's our SLA, be able to spin up and run, in SQL database. If they have a big accounting, maybe a Sage software, or whatever, a Mass 70 type thing, whatever they have from an application standpoint, we will be able to get them up and running. This is a differentiator in the marketplace today. This is a total disaster recovery solution that you need to really understand and be able to explain to your customers. This is where the money comes in from your perspective, because when you see how inexpensive we put together this package, that you can be able to take it to your customers and mark it up significantly to make a good margin on our product, that we are really a differentiator for you in a money-making capacity. So again, another major component of this is the full disaster replacement of your entire HEROware appliance. If in fact you have a true disaster and the customer loses everything, we will send them an entire HEROware appliance, all the hardware, all the software, all the applications, all the operating systems, and all the files within 5 days back to their site. That now will be their production server. This is the way I would set it up. So the customer has a disaster. They're running the apps out of the cloud. They're going to run those for 5 days. We're going to do our best. We will get it to them within 5 days or probably sooner, depending upon when we were notified. And then that would become their production server. Then they're running that in their facility. In the meantime, you as the partner had gone out and bought them a brand new server or servers and set them up probably in a secondary location that you'd work with them on, and then you'd replicate everything from our HEROware appliance that we sent back to those production servers. Because the great thing about the HEROware appliance is when you fail back to your production server, nobody is down during that time. So you're going to fail everybody back, and then everybody was currently running on the HEROware appliance. Once you're ready to, you can unplug your HEROware appliance. All your production servers come back up online, and then you turn your HEROware appliance back to its native factory condition as a backup and backup continuity appliance, and then you back to basically where you were before your whole disaster happened. So it's a true total disaster recovery bundle. Also included in that bundle is the HEROguard. This is a new product from HEROware. Again, this is the ability to really cover all your bases from a partner perspective, because you want to be able to offer SEC, HIPAA, SOX compliant type of encryption technology to your customers. We're including 2 email users with antivirus and anti-spam and 7-year archiving with an Outlook plugin for quick email retrieval. We're just including 2 email users because we're not sure about how many people will take this, but the great thing is from your perspective, there's a huge sales opportunity here. Every additional user after that, our cost to you is $5, and then you mark that up accordingly. And with that, they get 7 years of archiving. They get an Outlook plugin so they can go back in at any time and look at that email. That's read-only because it is true SOX and SEC compliant. It's encrypted across the wire, both in and out, and encrypted in dual redundant databases in Denver. This is zero-day detection of any any virus or any spam that are out there. So there's 5 massive data centers throughout the world that are truly running the zero-day detection in regards to checking to make sure that the files are truly covered and that they understand if there are any viruses out there, they're catching them at the point of presence. So it's a great new product from HEROware. We're glad to include it. It's called the HEROguard. It's embedded in every total recovery bundle that we offer. So that's really the meat of the product offering. It again is called the Hero Total Recovery Bundle. Now it's included with everything we sell. Now how do we sell those services? So this is give you an example. This is just a sample offering that we have. It's sort of an eye chart. I apologize for that, but there are a couple key takeaways here. The first one is custom configurations. Understand that HEROware is more like a custom configurator, let's say like Dell, where you call up and special orders don't upset us. We want custom configs. We think it's a big differentiator. We don't want to force you, the partner, into buying something that you're not going to use or you use down the road. So call us today and we'll custom config anything you want, from the hardware, including software, the amount of licenses, how many email clients you want. So again, we don't care. We really are into the custom configuration business. From this perspective, looking at this chart here, they give an example. The first one there, it's one SBS 08. That includes all the hardware, all the software to support SBS 08, and that in this configuration, this is a 4 gig of RAM, 500 gigabyte hard drive, RAID 1 with 500 gigs of cloud. So we are really talking about the total recovery solution in this example. So for the option 1, you purchase that for $17.99. These are partner prices. For 36 months, the total recovery bundle is $99 and includes everything on that previous slide, which was all the hardware, the maintenance, the support, the 500 gigs of cloud, the total recovery solution. If in fact you have true disaster, you can terminal services spin up in the cloud, and the fact that we ship you a replica system, in this case with BCA 08 cube, 4 gig, 500 gigs of RAM, would be out to your site within, or your customer site within 5 days. So that's the way to look at this. You have 2 options. You can purchase it, pay $17.99, and then you own the device, and you put it in your customer's office. If for some reason you decide that you lose that customer goes away, and you no longer support them, you can take that product and redeploy it out to another customer site. We don't care where that ends up. We do want to know who the end user is, so we can make sure if they, for some reason, happen to call in, unbeknownst to you, to us, and we support them, at least we know who your customer is. But in that scenario, that's $17.99 plus $99 a month for 36 months. The second scenario in this case is option 2, where you rent to own, and again includes the HEROware appliance with the total recovery bundle. For 36 months, you pay $158 a month total. 158 months gives you all the hardware, all the software, everything that was on that previous slide, the total recovery bundle. After the 36 months, on month 37 and going forward, you pay $99. Now, I've done this today based around 36 months, but you can really go from 12 months all the way out to 60 months. We don't care. What we want to do is we want to offer the most flexible offering in the industry today.